Hey, 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 how we doing today? It's Wednesday, Wine Wednesday. How we doing today? My name is Jesse, and welcome to Questionable Sports. We got a little bit to talk about. I'm not going to try to be on too long today. Uh, Hold on. Okay, just making sure the sound's all right. What's going on, Oscar? Yeah, I had the Mavs game on. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt your Mavs game. I was watching the beginning. I wanted to see how they reacted to Luca and everything. Um, so it the video was pretty cool, but I still think Mavs ownership is still assholes. So fuck them. So I wouldn't mind Luca going off today against the Mavs. I mean, nothing against the players. I already said it before. Nothing against the players. Just think it's fucked up what the Mavs did. But yeah. I wasn't crying. You were crying. It wasn't me. But let's see what we got going on today. All right. Here's our social media accounts. Y'all follow us on all these if you can. Twitter's at Questionable Sports 8. YouTube, of course, if you're watching right now, it's Questionable Sports. TikTok is Questionable Sports. And Twitch is Questionable Sports. So you can find me pretty easily. Everything's the same except Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. That's on Question Sports 8. Today's topics, again, welcome. The bracket, NCAA March Madness. It's the national championship was on Monday. Really good game. I hope y'all watched it. If y'all didn't, it came down to the last shot, which Houston didn't even put up a last shot. That's what's so crazy. Um, it was a they just fell apart. They just fell apart at the end. They just, you know, he jumped up like I don't know. He wanted to take that shot, but then as he was in the air, he's like, "No, it's not a good shot," and he just dropped the ball. You got to put a shot up. I mean, because you just never know what can happen. Look what happened, and I always say this when March Madness comes up. I always watch. There's a documentary on ESPN called Win and Survive. Advance. What is it called? Win and Survive or something like that is what it's called. But it's about the 1983 national championship. Got the team in South Carolina Gamecocks when they won the national championship with Jimmy V. That's a good documentary. But that guy, the player threw up the shot and he missed it, but his teammate was under the basket and caught it and laid it in to win the game. So I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I thought I should just throw up the ball. Throw up. Throw up. Don't throw up. Just shoot the ball. So, but yeah. So let's look into um the bracket. As I was saying, the bracket update. Congratulations to Questionable Sports, to y'all, ladies and gentlemen, everybody who participated in the our show when we did the bracket live. Me and Scott and everybody else that was in chat. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna tell you this: Questionable Sports came out of nowhere. They were at the bottom majority of the tournament, and I didn't even know they even had a chance to win until I looked Tuesday to see who won, and saw that the show had won. I was like, what the fuck? So what we'll do is I'll take the bottle. I mean, it's my show. So I'll buy me a bottle and I'll drink it on the show with y'all. But I'm not drinking this week or next week. I'm on call, so no shots today, no liquor or anything like that. I do have a drink here. I can't tell you what it is. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I am drinking that, and I got water. So, but anyways, going back to games to watch. Let's talk about games to watch. Scotty should be joining today. I'm not sure what time he's getting on, but if he don't, it's all good. This is my show, and I can do it. Games to watch. Starting off with the NBA, of course, Lakers and Mavs. They're playing right now on ESPN. I should have the game on the other TV. I don't even know why I don't. Um, so if I appreciate you if you are checking out the show right now, and you might have both of us on. It's pretty cool. You got the Nuggets and Kings. I don't know if you can see the Kings. It's kind of dark, but you got the Kings playing tonight at 9:30 after the Lakers and Mavs on ESPN. You know what's crazy? Well, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. That I don't want to jump ahead. Because that's one of the questions. What do you think? NASCAR, for all my NASCAR friends out there, they're going to be in Bristol Motor Speedway Sunday on April 13th at 2 o'clock. Isn't that small track? Is like really small and a lot of curves. Or no, that's not Bristol. Bristol's a small one, right? I'm thinking of Martinsville. I don't remember. One of them is like real small and it's like just like a dirt, almost like a dirt track. They're just going around real. They're all bumping each other the whole time. And then there's another one that's like a bunch of curves. So I'm not sure. Let me see anybody in chat say anything. I'm not sure which it is. How you doing? Hey, mom, how you doing? Did Parsons get a new contract? No, he hasn't got his contract done yet. They said they were close. The last I saw, they said they were close to coming up with a contract. They're not too far apart. So that's the last I heard. I haven't talked to my inside source yet, so I can't let give y'all any information just yet. But I'm sure as soon as a deal is done, it's going to be all over the place. So it's good because from what I'm hearing from not like I'm not in I ain't got no insiders, but listening to sports talks and ESPN and all these other sports channels and podcasts is that it's going to be a big contract. So Parsons is supposed to get a big ass contract. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Um, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing good. Moving right along, NHL no Stars game today. But you know what's crazy? We'll talk about the Stars real quick. Is they're on like a 3 game losing streak, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst time to go on a losing streak. You need to be at the top of your game going into the playoffs. The playoffs starts in like 2 weeks, so hopefully they can start turning it around. It's funny, mom, because I remember I saw that you had texted me yesterday. I took me a little nap. But you said they got 2 good games on the Stars and the Rangers, and they both lost. The Stars lost in overtime yesterday, but yeah, they didn't get it together. They're trying to get that number 1 spot, but getting 3 losses in a row is not going to help. It's the worst time right now to not to be on the top of your game, to be in a little slump. It's the worst time. But you got the St. Louis Blues playing the Oilers tonight on TNT. For any of my hockey fans out there who like to watch hockey, and I say this all the time, y'all gotta watch hockey. Hockey is so fun. I know going live is it's funner. I'm not sure if that's the word, but it's fun to go to a live event. But even on TV, I think it's nice to watch. It's fun to watch. Highly recommend start watching the Stars if you don't watch the Stars. Baseball Rangers they're already playing. They played earlier today. They won 6-2, and Rangers 9-4 and playing pretty well right now. I was like, oh please, because they lost the first 2 games to the Cubs, and I'm like, shit, I don't want to. I mean, I don't mind the Cubs. Cubs are probably like my second favorite team in baseball, so I don't really mind the Cubs. But Rangers are my first team, so I want the Rangers to win. I did not want them to get swept because they lost the first 2 games to the Cubs. But they came out, played really good. Seager had 2 home runs. So he's finally getting his back going. I'm telling you, if the bats start rolling, Josh Young, he had some really good hits. I was actually listening to the game on the radio. He had some power hits. It is 2 of them fell short of the of home runs. Garcia's putting the bat to the ball, they're just not falling in. So they're getting there. I think they're getting there. They're not too far away. Pitching's playing well. Pitching good. It was Tyler Mahi. I can't say his last. I don't know Maher or whatever. He was the pitcher tonight. He played this afternoon, and he pitched really well. He only gave up 1 run. The other run came in the 9th inning. So to Garcia, the relief pitcher Garcia. So UFL games. Renegades play the Stallion Friday at 7 o'clock. Renegades are the 2-0 Arlington Renegades. So the last game they was on, they only won 12-9, so it wasn't a pretty game, but they won. And Sunday, this is gonna be a big one right here. Defenders versus Battlehawks. Both teams are undefeated. They're both 2-0. So somebody's always got to go. So Battlehawks, they actually the last year, they averaged, I think their attendance were like, I want to say 30,000 fans was in attendance for their games last year. This year it's not as much. You can tell it's falling off. You see some empty seats, but I mean, they still got a good fan base. Um, Defenders and the Battlehawks are those two teams. They both got really good fan bases. So those are kind of the two leading what you call it teams in the UFL. So, but that's all the games we got to watch this weekend. This tonight. Mavs. I mean, not the Mavs. Rangers don't play tomorrow. They have a day off. They're going to Seattle. They play Saturday, Friday night against the Seattle Mariners, and DeGrom's pitching, so that should be exciting. So, Stars play tomorrow. So if you want to watch some Stars game, you can watch them tomorrow. And Mavs, again, their plans are playing right now. So, but moving right along, we got what do you think? Kind of one. It's becoming kind of one of my favorite uh, segments. Hey, what's going on, Scott? You scared the shit out of me coming in here yelling. How you doing today, Scott? Okay, chat. Can y'all hear Scott? For some reason, it's not showing it popping up on. Oh, wrong thing. Let me see something, Scott. I want to make sure. Okay, talk, Scott.
Hey,
There we go. There we go. I'm gonna turn you
all
down though.
right.
Turn you down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't pick. It wasn't picking up. I noticed. I'm glad I noticed that. And I'd have been talking to you, and everybody been like, "Who the hell are you talking to?" I just
Yeah,
got over games to watch. I was talking about the Lakers and the Mavs and
yeah.
Luca returning.
Don't forget the Masters start tomorrow too.
Oh, the Masters! If you all my golf fans out there, they start tomorrow. Tiger Woods is not in it. He's always
Nope.
hurt. But yeah. So the Masters starts tomorrow. That's a big thing. You know what's crazy about the Masters? You can't have your cell phone. You're not allowed to have
Yeah.
a cell phone out there. So that's crazy. It's so what's the word I'm looking for, Scott? They got a lot. They're real strict. The
Yeah.
rules. They're real strict. So um, but
Well,
like,
because you can use your phone to look up the yardage and stuff.
is that why they keep it away?
It's probably part of the reason.
Yeah. So they're real strict at they're in Augusta. I think they're pretty strict.
Yeah.
So because they're not playing at Augusta, right? The Masters not at Augusta,
Uh, I think it is.
is it? I
Yeah. I
don't.
think that's where they play.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting so they're so it's probably the same place. Um, but moving right along, um, to what you think. I'm trying to think. I don't think I went over the lineup of what we were doing today. I just think I skipped it. I started talking about something else. Oh, I started talking about the bracket. That's what it was. I just started right off the bat. Started about
uh,
the bracket, so I didn't go through everything. And I put down Scott's new segment, but I didn't say it. So Scott's got a new little segment. He's not going to do it every time he said. He just wants to do it today, so that's fine with me. It's your world, Scotty. We're just living in it.
it
But
might
right,
be more.
huh?
When football starts, there might be
I'll be more. I
uh,
like it.
might be more.
I like it. So right now we're on what you think segment. So first question: what do you think of the Chargers signing Trey Lance for a 1 year deal for worth $6 million? My take on this is I don't think he's a great quarterback. I already said this before. I'm not trying to hate on the. I'm not saying that he's terrible because he's in the NFL. You're in the NFL for a reason. So I don't sit there and saying I'm like, oh, he's terrible. No, I'm not saying that. But I am. What I am going to say is, in NFL standards, I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's average at best. Maybe a practice squad quarterback, but not. I don't see him as a second or third string quarterback. That's just me personally. That's what I think. I've seen his game. I've seen his preseason game, NFL game. So that's what I think. Uh, Scotty, there's a question for you in chat. It says, "Well, Scotty, how you like your new quarterbacks for the Giants?"
Uh, they're I don't know. I don't expect a whole lot out of them. Uh, I think they'll have some nice what am I trying to say? Deep balls,
Yeah, Wilson has
especially with Malik.
one of the best.
Yeah, especially with Malik Neighbors,
Hmm.
and then don't really know what they're doing in the draft yet. I know they want Cam Ward, but they're pretty sure that's not going to happen.
I did.
I don't think
Go ahead.
I don't think they're sold on Sanders. I think they'll probably, if Abdul Carter's there, they'll probably go with him. If not, then probably Hunter is my guess.
Yeah, I did a mock draft today, just messing around, and Hunter dropped to the Giants. So they,
Yeah,
so Amir Carter went number 1, and then Cam Ward went number 2. So, so yeah, I was like,
Cam
oh,
Ward
okay.
number 2.
Cam Ward went no, was the number? Yeah, no, wait, to the Browns. Cam Ward went to the Browns. That's
Oh,
2 or that 1?
that's 2. But
Yeah,
I thought Tennessee was going to get
no.
Cam Ward.
Well, this was a mock. I mean, it's computer, so anything can
Yeah,
happen. So it put Cam Ward,
yeah, I'm
Travis
pretty
Hunter's was 3.
sure. Yeah,
So they also had
I
Genty
think
went to the Raiders, of course, on that one. But another thing that that I was reading is Shador Sanders is reading with Oakland this week. So maybe Oakland may
yeah,
go quarterback. Who knows?
that's a possibility. I know they were interested in him. But to continue with the Giants, I think Jameis Winston will be good for the locker room.
Oh yeah, he's a locker room guy. Everywhere he's
Yeah,
been, he's
because right
been
now they
good.
don't really have anybody in the locker room that can. So that's definitely one thing they need.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing about what we heard from last year from about Wilson, he's really not a guy that cares about being a locker guy.
Yeah,
So
they're totally two different
yeah,
personalities.
exactly. Exactly. I don't know what that's the thing. Like I'm not sure what the Giants are trying to do. Normally you'll try to fit a room of quarterbacks that you want, and they went two opposite sides there with the quarterback spectrum.
Yeah,
So um,
but like I said, I think who they may make a move for Jackson Dart. I don't know.
yeah, you know, if anything, if they're going to go Dart, I don't think you could. You need to go pick him on 3. I think he'll be there later on. Like maybe
Oh yeah, I'm sure they might try to trade up and like
trade
late in
up
the
or trade
first
back.
round.
Trade,
Yeah, trade back. Yeah, trade back like later in the. I mean, for their second pick, they might trade up
Oh yeah, uh,
or trade. Um, yeah,
yeah.
or if he's there in the second round, maybe get him.
If he's there in the second round, from what everybody's been talking about, I don't see him being there in the second round
I don't.
because
Yeah, I don't think he will be.
yeah. But if he's
I mean,
there, you just
also
never know.
another thing I heard is possibly getting a Milrow in like the third or fourth round.
Yeah, did you hear about him going to be at the draft? I don't know if he's going to be there Friday. If he better not be there Thursday because he's not getting picked in the first round. But I heard he was going to
No.
be at the draft. So
Yeah.
don't please. I mean, I think he's got a strong arm. His accuracy is kind of iffy, and his decision making is kind of iffy because I watched the whole
Yeah.
Alabama game, and
Yeah.
but he's got a strong arm and he can move. So
I mean, they might just wait till next year to get to quarterback because it's going to be a pretty decent class, I think.
yeah, but you think the Giants are going to wait with their coach and their GM? If they have another bad season, you think they're going to hold on to him?
Well, if they have a bad season, they're gone.
Yeah. So I think, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I think the Giants, not the GM and the coach, are looking to win right now. So they're going to try to do what's best for them right now, not next year.
Yeah.
So
Maybe, I don't know. They're going all in on the defense.
yeah, we saw with it. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
My mom said everybody had their own opinion, but I think the Cowboys did not give Trey Lance a chance. I don't know. I never saw it. I mean, he was in Division II college football. He wasn't in the Division I. He did play good in Division II. I'm not knocking. He didn't play. He wasn't good, but I just didn't see. I just didn't see it when I watched the games. So I rooted for him when he was playing. I was like, come on, you could do this, but it just didn't. To me, it just didn't pan out. I mean, I wish him the best of luck. Maybe the Chargers got a great quarterback coach that can help him out. Question number 2. Are you ready, Scotty? What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, did you give your opinion, Scotty, about that? Did you want to?
Um, I don't have a whole lot to say about it, and I think, like you said, I think I don't know why they signed him, but
Yeah, especially $6 million.
yeah, that's typically a
A
backup.
backup. Yeah, the backup contract.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Maybe John Harbaugh has something for him.
Maybe.
Is it John or Jim? Jim Harbaugh. Jim
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
Jim.
Yeah, John is in Baltimore. All right, question number 2. What do you think of the Nuggets firing the coach and GM? The Denver Nuggets in basketball, not the football. We're talking about basketball now. The Denver Nuggets. I think it's crazy. Didn't they just win the championship like a couple of years ago? They got Jokic and on top of that, they have a winning record. So I'm like, why,
Yeah.
I don't get why you're firing them. So it's just like one of my friends said, there's no loyalty in basketball, and we saw it with the Luka trade.
Yeah.
We saw that
Yeah.
hands down right there. No loyalty.
Nope.
So, what is your take, Scott?
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it, but just I don't know.
Nah,
Um,
I just think it's crazy. I don't think he should have been fired unless he must have got into it with somebody or something. I just don't see a reason to fire him. You
yeah,
know, if you have one bad season, if after having and he's not even a bad season, they have a winning record. They're in the playoffs, playing. I mean, I think they're still in the playing spot. They're going to they have a chance to make it to the playoffs. So, and you have a good team. So, why fire the coach? So, maybe the owners don't. Maybe the owners don't like him. Maybe the owners don't like the coach and the GM. They want to go a different way.
yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next episode, our next question, that episode. What do you think of Rangers' hot start, Scotty? That's a good one. They're 9-4 right now. Uh, what's crazy is coming into the season, we were all talking about, or everybody was talking about how Rangers bats are going to be hot. They're gonna have a good lineup. They're going to be putting up points. The only thing that's questionable is their bullpen. We don't know how healthy their starting pitchers are. And right now, it's the starting pitching that's helping them win.
Yeah.
So it's just like I think it's pretty awesome that the things that we're worrying about are the things that are helping us right now. And I said this earlier when I said the Rangers won earlier. Their bats looks like their bats are starting to come alive. So I'm hoping they can still um, just get it together, put it together because they didn't. Seager had 2 home runs, but it wasn't like all the runs were home runs. They were getting doubles and singles, so it wasn't that was today's game at least. So it was not like it was just everything was been a home run. So I did see that they put Langford on a 10-day IL, so he's out for 10 days.
Yeah.
Have you caught any of the Rangers game? I know it's hard to watch them. Oh no,
Yeah. Hard to watch. Yeah.
what cable company do you have?
I just have Sling TV.
Oh, Sling. Okay. Because I know, excuse me, I know if you have Spectrum, it's on like 305 or something like that.
Mm,
They have their own Rangers network. It's on. They
yeah.
got it on. They got it on AT&T Uverse and other channels, but I'm not other cable. But I didn't see which all they have them on. So
Yeah. I mean, really don't really catch Rangers very much.
yeah, that sucks.
Usually,
Did we
if
ever
they had the
did we ever talk about that on the show when we were talking about how?
yeah, we're gonna talk. That was gonna be one of my segments, I think.
Oh, well, we could talk about it
How
right now.
MLB TV, starting next year. I forget I think ESPN was buying the contract or something.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of teams, it was the Phillies and a couple of California teams, I think, are basically you're gonna have to pay like a subscription to watch the games.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And this is what's crazy about the Major League Baseball. Each team picks their own network. It's not like the NFL where NFL are y'all everybody's you're playing on Fox, you're playing on CBS, and you're playing on NBC or ABC. And ESPN or ABC. These are the only channels you're playing on. That's how the NFL does it. Major League Baseball, each club picks whatever networks they're gonna stream on their games on.
Yeah.
And that's what's messing them up. Because now look at like for the Texas Rangers fans like us, we can't watch the Rangers. A lot of people can't because they don't have the channels. Their cable company don't provide the channel.
Yeah.
And you can
Then you
get
have
it
to
on.
pay.
You can watch it on on Victory Plus, the Victory Plus app. But you got to pay $117 to watch the Rangers for a whole year.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them, but shit, I can look at ESPN and see what the score was
Yep.
for free. So, and they do play on the radio. You can go old school and listen to them on the radio, like I was
Yeah.
actually doing today. I was out running the streets.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, me and Scotty were talking about that one day at work. Is just how crazy it is that in baseball you can't watch the games.
No.
Just especially if a team that just won the World Series a few years ago can't even watch the damn games on TV.
Nope.
And I know people that are diehard Rangers fans for the last 3 years. Like they didn't watch the whole season when they won the playoffs. The playoffs actually be on regular TV. You can watch them on ESPN or ABC or Fox 4 or Fox.
Yeah.
But regular season games, they can't watch them. It's crazy.
Nope. They always have like they always have like the Cardinals or
Cubs,
sometimes. Yeah.
Yankees, all the big market teams. But yeah, the
Yeah.
small market, Rangers, believe it or not, are not a big market team because here we're Texas, we're a football team. We're a football
Yeah.
state. Especially Dallas Fort Worth area. It's hard. Let the Cowboys go 2-0. People are gonna already start yelling Super Bowl. Trust me.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yep.
Question number 4, the last question. What do you think of the Mavs making the playoffs? The Mavs, they're going to actually have it. There's one team, and I think if they lose one more game, which is the Phoenix Suns, if they lose one more game, Mavs make the playoffs. Or not, they play in the play-in game to try to make the playoffs, but that's still technically making the playoffs. So how crazy is that the Mavs have a chance to still make the playoffs?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Anthony Davis is playing today. I don't know who was. I didn't even check to see the starting lineup for today. I just watched the Luka thing when they announced it, and I want to see how the fans reacted. They did a little tribute video to Luka. Like I said earlier, I still think the Mavs are assholes. The organization, not the players. I don't knock the players. The organization, the owners, and yeah, I wish Luka the best, but I still got to root for my Mavs. But not today. Luka could put 100 on them, and I'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and believe it or not, next week the NBA playoff starts April 15th, I believe. The playoff starts. So,
Yep. And then hockey's right around the corner too.
yeah, hockey's I think it's a week later. Hockey's playoff starts. I was just talking about that too because I said the Stars don't. When I said the Stars don't have a game today, but I was talking about how they're on a 3-game losing streak, and this is the worst time to go into a little slump.
Yep.
You gotta get your shit together. About to be playoff time. You can't be going into playoffs on a slump. You got to be on fire. So let's hope they can get it turned around in the next couple of games. But yeah, going back to the Mavs making the playoffs, it doesn't really make a difference. What blows my mind though is a team that's not going to make the playoffs. The Phoenix Suns. They got Booker and they got KD, 2 All-Stars. Well, supposedly All-Stars, and you can't make a playoff team or playoff game. So that blows my mind. Any take on that, Scotty?
About the Mavs?
Yeah.
No, I mean, tough shot. Um,
Now you know
I,
if they had Luca, I'll be all excited because I mean with Luca, yeah, I feel like they have um every chance to win any game with Luca, but not without and now they don't got Kyrie. They're just they keep getting hurt. You know, I don't see no run in them. Um, moving right along, it is time for a Scotty segment. It's time. I don't have a screen for you, Scotty. So you haven't gave me your screen information. So
yeah, I gotta get my
yeah,
social information,
yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be called "Are You In?"
Are you in Scotty's new segment?
I have today. I have two different topics we're gonna discuss, and then you have to tell me if you are in.
We're talking to you too, chat. You let us know if you're in or not.
Yes. The first one is about college football programs are starting to hire GM. Um, the biggest one would be Stanford hired Drew Law, or not Drew Law. Yeah,
Andrew Luck,
and
Andrew
yeah,
Luck,
Andrew Luck
yeah, Andrew Luck.
as their GM, and I
Oh,
know Oklahoma and several other schools have hired ex NFL execs and scouts as their GMs. So
so they are. I mean, they're best to set up because it is going to be like a business now because everybody's getting paid now. And are the GMs? The question is, are the GMs going to be the ones doing the negotiation?
they are, yes,
Mm,
they
I'm
are,
actually
yeah, taking on the day to day um stuff.
okay. So basically, like the GMs normally do in the NFL and stuff like that.
Basically, yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm in on this one. I like that. I like the fact that you're gonna have if the players want to be treated like they want to be paid, then let's do the negotiation. Let's sit down. Let's talk. What do you want? What do you want to get out of this? But now, are they going to be making contracts? Hey, you can't enter the transfer portal. You know what I mean?
Not yet, but that's what I was gonna say. That this is like the next step towards collective bargaining,
Yeah,
which would lead to contracts, which then you would be locked in. You
yeah.
wouldn't be able just to hop into the transfer portal.
Mhm. They're gonna put it. They're gonna put it in their clause, no transfer portal clause.
Well, I mean, if they're under contract, they won't be able to leave.
Yeah.
It'd just
Yeah.
be like the NFL, unless they come up with some kind of trade or something.
Yeah.
I guess you could do.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was thinking, like, what if they're going to start trading? That's going to be hectic, though.
Yeah,
But I mean, it will be. But at the same time, they're going in the direction of trying to get some organization into everything that's going
yeah,
on. So
yeah. 'Cause
yeah,
right now it's just a mess.
yeah. So I'm in on that. Yeah, if there's any kind of way we can get some organization and just having players jump in the transfer portal in December, and then turn around, jump out of it, and go jump right back in March. Right, that's the next one, March, or is it May?
Yeah, it's starting. No, it's actually starting here pretty
Oh, in
soon, I
April.
think. Or
Okay.
has start. Yeah, it starts this month, I think.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah, because I've already known about a player. I read that a player transferred into the portal and then named the team, and then I guess apparently he wasn't going to get what he wanted. He entered right back into the transfer portal again, or he's going to enter the transfer portal when it opens up again. So it's crazy. And then I saw that in Nebraska, one of the receivers that came out of the transfer portal, Nebraska announced that he's not with the team anymore. So I don't know. I haven't read what happened there. So a receiver from the into the transfer portal went to Nebraska, and then apparently something happened, and he's not with the team anymore. So maybe he'll enter the transfer portal again, or if he's in trouble, then I don't know what to say. I'm in on that one, Scotty. Question
Right.
number 2.
Second one is Colorado football. They re-signed Deion Sanders for 5 years, $53 million, making him the 5th highest paid college coach, even above Sarkisian. And they also hired Marshall Falk as their running back coach.
Dang.
So they're trying to go all in this season.
Yeah, I see that.
So are you in on Colorado this year, especially after they lost several players?
You know, one thing it's hard to do is to lose. I mean, to bounce back after losing first round draft pick, because you know he's going to go in the first round. You know, when your quarterback is the first want to be get drafted in the first round, it's hard to replace that. You know, so you're going to another quarterback that either you're going to get out of the transfer portal, or you're going to get there's one of these freshmen that they got. They got a couple of good freshmen they picked up.
They did pick up a 5-star freshman. They actually flipped him. I don't know where he was committed at first.
Yeah, I remember he was it wasn't USC. He was
No.
I remember because I remember he did.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, I think it was an SEC team.
I believe. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I remember they got him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say next season, no, I'm not gonna be in. I'm not gonna buy in on their team. They also lost a great player in Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
So it's hard to replace losing 2 great players, 2
Well,
leaders too.
Well, yeah. Also, I mean, Hunter was both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So
you're losing 3. You're losing really 3 players. So yeah, I'm not. I don't think they're gonna be as good as they were last year. Deion's a good coach. I think he could be the future, coach for the Colorado. Maybe get them to the national championship. Because I mean he could build that program up. He's done program building before with Jackson State. So I think overall, if you're saying overall, if I'm in his tender, I'm in. But next year, I'm not in. I don't think they're going to be as great. I could see them maybe having a winning record, but not the Big 12 championship. No.
Yeah, I think I'm with you in this one. I don't think next year will be great, but I think in the future, I think he can build a pretty decent program, and it seems like they're willing to give him what he wants.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. So.
Well, apparently they came up with some money, I guess, with Deion being there. Because remember, they couldn't even pay him $5 million a year.
Yeah.
They were struggling just to pay him that. And him being there, if you notice, look at the stadiums. When he was there on the spring games, the stadium was damn near like a Saturday game. Like it was a regular Saturday game on a spring practice. Spring game, I'm sorry. So
yeah, he definitely he brought some life to that program.
Oh, for sure he did. He also he also brought a lot of eyes that people who don't watch college football to watch college football. You know, he had and there was people at work that they never watched college football at all, and they're like, "Oh, I watched this game last night because they were playing," or "I watched Colorado the other day because everybody's talking about them, and that was a good game." And I'm like, I've been telling y'all, college football's fun. It's good to watch. Watch it. No, but let somebody else tell you.
I think Bill Belichick will bring a lot of
true
people to college football who don't typically watch it.
Okay, well let me counter you. Are you all in on Bill Belichick's next season?
I'm not really sure what to expect.
I just put a reverse on you.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm all in next season.
Because they got a quarterback. They got a 5-star quarterback, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I forget. They picked up somebody.
Yeah, they picked up I think it was a quarterback they picked up. So, but we we don't got our college knowledge right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think we don't know. We know. It's just we're not into college season yet. We're gonna when we get there, we're gonna be throwing names at y'all, and y'all gonna be like, "Who the fuck are they?" But watch college football, and you will understand. And what's crazy, like when we do our draft show, is when we get to do the when we start talking college. If y'all start watching college, and then when you watch the draft, you're gonna be like, "I remember watching him. I remember when he played this game, or when he did this in this game." And it's actually a pretty cool feeling. Well, for me, it is. I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I remember that. I'm not getting old timers disease yet.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I mean, we're me and Scotty. We start talking college. We get excited. We just go nonstop. We can go nonstop back and forth talking college. So we'll get there though. We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I'm with you on North Carolina. I think there'll be a solid team. Bill Belichick is going to, be a good coach in the future. Because we've seen a lot of NFL coaches come to the college ranks and do really good. So,
Yeah.
so I feel like he'll do good too. I don't see him being the next Nick Saban, but I can
Yeah.
see
No.
him.
No.
I can see him maybe bringing one to North Carolina, but it may be somewhere down the road because that team needs a lot of help. So,
Yeah.
well, that's the thing about college football. Within 2 years you can build a good team if you have
Oh yeah.
if you get the right players in. So, because it'll be like 2 years, you're like, oh, this is a good team, and then the year after that, you're not a good team because all your good players left.
Mm-hmm.
That's just college football for you. Nick
There's
Saban was
also a lot of.
good.
No, go ahead. Finish.
I was gonna
I was
say
gonna say
Nick
something
Saban
about.
was the only one that was able to keep recruiting players. So, but go. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say something about the quarterback. There's a bunch of. I know Alabama right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Georgia.
I think Oklahoma, Georgia. They're all having
Mm-hmm.
a quarterback battle.
Yeah. Well, Colorado, North Carolina. There's a lot of
Mhm.
Ole Miss. I mean, there's a lot of players out
Yeah.
there. So, but not Miami because Miami got Beck from
Yeah.
Georgia.
Carson.
Yep. But he wasn't good last year. I don't know what it was
No.
last year. Maybe he just had a down year. But
Yeah.
he did the right thing. I think he did the right thing for him because he went to a lesser conference.
Yeah.
Go to the lesser conference, and that's the same thing I think Ewers should have done. Go to a lesser conference and pat your stats, make yourself look good for the NFL draft. So,
Yeah.
but thank you, Scotty. That was fun. I like that. We could do that again whenever you want to do it. Just let
Yeah.
me know. I might have to throw another reverse card on you like that again.
Okay.
But moving right along, I think we are on to the records. I didn't today. We're going to talk about the records. We'll do this real quick because it's already starting to get a little late. 7:45. I want to congratulate Alex Ovechkin for getting the record for the most goals in NHL. He broke Wayne Gretzky, the great Wayne Gretzky's record. He had 895. So then that
Yeah.
got
895.
that got me and Scotty talking about what records do we feel like will never get broken? Because I never thought that record was going to get broken. That's amazing. So I got some records here that I thought they were never going to be broken, and most of them are actually baseball. So I mean, that's the thing about baseball. Baseball is so up and down sometimes. But I got one NFL, and I'm gonna do that one first. And it was Emmitt Smith's rushing record. I don't think anybody's gonna ever break that record. Just the way running backs get beat up so quickly nowadays. But Emmitt Smith had 18,355 yards. So that's gonna be tough to beat. I mean, not even I don't even think Derrick Henry's gonna be get close to that. Go ahead, Scotty.
Oh no.
Do you have any records that you have in mind right now that you don't think that you don't think
We
ever?
talked about today Nolan Ryan's strikeout record.
Oh yeah, he has 5,714 strikeouts.
Yep.
And the
The
next
next
person,
closest.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was like
It was
900 something behind him.
It was Randy Johnson. He's 900 and I can't. Yeah, he's like that far behind. And
Yeah.
Randy Johnson was a hell of a pitcher. And the next person, the only active pitcher, I think you said was Justin Verlander, and he was 10th on the
Verlander,
list.
10, yeah.
And he's already getting up there in age, so he's not going to be pitching that much longer.
No.
So I'm like, damn, that just tells you how good Nolan Ryan was. There's another record he has that may not ever be broken. He has 7 no-hitters. So it's like, I mean, most pitchers don't even get that. He had 7.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, he was dominant. Another record that will never be broken, I don't think it's ever be broken, is Carl Ripken Jr. He played 2,632 games. That's consecutively. That's not just in total. That's just nonstop. He went, I don't know how many years, because you play 180 games. 162 games. So that tells you how many years he did that straight without taking a day off from baseball. So that's crazy. I don't think that record's ever going to be broken. And I got one more. Do you have anything anymore, Scotty, before I say my last one?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Mario Rivera, his saves, he has 652 saves. There's never been a pitcher, I mean, I guess another pitcher who dominated like him. I remember when growing up and he'll come in the game, I'm like, fuck, we lost. Game's over. It's not. They ain't even played yet, and the game's over. We're not hitting him. And when they do, when a team does get a hit off of him, or he does surprisingly blows a lead, you're just like, oh shit, this is crazy. What just happened? Like, that doesn't happen. I remember, like, and I used to hate. I ain't gonna lie, I used to hate him. Like, I can't stand this fucking guy. I can't stand him. One, he played for the Yankees. 2, because he was so damn good. But the last couple of years of his before he retired, that's when I started respecting him. That's when I'm like, damn, you know what? I can't hate this dude. This dude is just too damn good. You think Nathan Eovaldi one day will be up there with Nolan Ryan? Nah, I don't think so. Nathan Eovaldi's good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's good, but Nolan Ryan was just dominant. He dominated batters. Batters were scared of him. So I don't think he'll be up there. And Nathan Eovaldi's not much of a strikeout pitcher. He's more of he'll strike you out, but he's more of a contact, make you ground out and stuff like that. So, but that's all I got for the records. Those are just some of the records me and Scotty were talking about that I'm like, man, I never thought that record would ever be broken. And we started talking about other records that weren't going to be broken. I thought we brought up one more, but I can't think of what it was. The Jordan. We talked about Jordan. We don't know. I never looked it up to see if Jordan, how many he has compared to everybody else. So.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Anything else, Scotty?
I think that's all I have.
All right, now it's time for the question of the day. Question of the day is: with no football on, what do y'all do? What do y'all do now? I mean, I know we got UFL, but I mean, when there's no college football on Thursdays through Saturday. There's no NFL Thursday and Sunday and Monday. So what do y'all do? And then sometimes, remember during later on in the year, in college football, y'all start playing football on Tuesdays. Got games on Tuesdays. So what do y'all do now that y'all don't watch football on the weekends? We'll come back to that. We'll move on to the important dates. Important dates coming up. Again, Major League Baseball, they're already playing, so I need to switch that up. I'll probably switch it up next week. We're talking about the playoffs and stuff like that. NCAA, that's already over. I got to switch that up. We're going to probably talk about hockey there. We're going to put hockey there and when the playoff starts. And then NFL draft, we're only a couple of weeks away, Scotty. Are you excited?
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Draft is going to be the 24th, which is a Thursday. Our draft show, where it's going to be on the 24th. We will be doing it live as the draft goes on. We're going to talk about each player that comes out. Even if we don't know the fucking player, we're going to pretend like we know.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend like we know who he is. Oh, yeah, I remember him. As I'm typing over here on the other computer, who is this guy? So I will have our notes next week, the 16th. We will be doing it's going to be exclusively talking draft. So I'm gonna have Miguel on. He's supposed to be on. We'll see. Miguel's gonna be on at the beginning of the show talking Mavs, kind of doing a um closing out the season for the Mavs type thing. Uh, interview, whatever, and then after that, we're gonna go straight into the start talking about drafts. We're gonna have a um, we got different segments we're gonna have. I can't remember what I called them. I called them like the what if segment, the just different things, different scenarios that's gonna happen in the draft. Who we want to pick up, who we don't want to pick up. We're just gonna keep talking until we get tired of talking about the draft. So I think the Eagles are gonna pick up a kicker in the first round. I don't know. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm really excited about the draft show in 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks from tomorrow. But next week again, it's going to be our draft show. We're going to just constantly do a draft. We could probably do like a little mock draft too, Scotty.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
Like the first round.
yeah, for the first round only. We're not going to do all 7 rounds. Fuck that. We're not that. We don't sit there and watch film like that.
No.
So, and we're not getting paid to do it either. So we're doing this on our own time. So yes, I'm excited about those 2 weeks coming up. So next thing, well, we don't want to do the last word just yet. We'll go back to the question of the day. So what do y'all do now that there's no football on? Let's see. My mom said on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, watch Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. God dang, they have that many?
Yeah.
Oh, and you go to the drive-in and watch movies. Scotty, what do you do on Saturdays and Sundays?
Well, I was watching college basketball, but now that's over. I don't know. Weekends are gonna be probably get outside.
Look at the sun.
Now that the weather's getting warmer.
Oh yeah, it is. Man, that wind's got to go somewhere though. Tired of that wind.
Play some basketball and football with the kids, and
there you go.
my daughter's in volleyball right now, so she has games on Saturdays.
There you go. Me, I've been going. I actually been going to the track. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to slim down a little bit, but I've been going to the track a little bit more. And I haven't gone this week. Last week I want to say Wednesday. I think last Wednesday, I was at the track. I think I told the show. I was at the track and I was running. I wasn't running. I can't run. I'm kind of heavy. I was jogging, and I felt a little tightness in my hamstring, and I was like, oh, I gotta stop. I can't try to push myself because once I'm hurt, I'm not young. I'm not gonna be hurt. I mean, I'm not gonna be better in 1 or 2 days. It's gonna take weeks. Mm-hmm. So I stopped. I started stretching. So my hamstring feels better. It's not hurting right now. So I should be back out there again, walking and jogging. I'm trying to do a 5K in May, but I don't think it's gonna happen. That sounds like it's like 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere close to right now. I was like, I think the last I saw before I hurt myself, I was at 17 minutes a mile. So I wanted to get it under 15 before I try to do a 5K, because I don't want to be the last one running doing a 5K. Have little kids running by me. Hey, guy, you're too fat to do this. I'm like, you little assholes, get away from me. I'm tripping people because I don't want them beating me. You got a 50-year-old man running past me. I'm like, man, fuck you. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Hopefully by the time summer comes around, I can be down a little bit too, because it makes it tough for work when you're kind of a little overweight and it's hot.
Yeah.
So, but going back to the last word, anything else you got to say, Scotty?
No, I think that's all.
All right. Well, we're up to 43. If you can look up here to the top right. Is that right for me? Yeah, that's right for you.
All right.
43 subs. We're 7 away from 50. Come on, guys.
7 more.
Now it's 2 more. We had 41 last time.
I said 7 more.
Oh, 7 more. Yeah. So we're 7 away from 50. Again, spread the word. Let them know that what we're doing, what we're trying to do. Again, I am going to take a hiatus right after the draft. Me and Scotty going to take a break. We're going to try to work on some stuff on the show. Well, at least I am. And then we'll be back in June. Not exactly sure what day, but then we're going to really start going after the football, because it's going to be playoffs should be for basketball still, and I think hockey. So we should be talking about that too. We got baseball going on, but then we're going to start talking about what's going on in the football world. So get excited about that because next Wednesday is our show. And we got 148 days until NFL football kicks off and 135 days until college football kicks off. It's so far away. And if it seems far away, it's because it is. So
It'll be here quick though.
it will be here pretty quickly, but it's still far away when you
Yeah.
think about it. So,
Yeah.
but that's all I got for the night, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Scotty, I appreciate you being here. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. We're gone. Well, you were off for 2 weeks because 1 week was my fault. Last week, your fault. I'm just playing. But thank you. I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Good night.
See ya.